Thank you for joining me once again. I'm Big Shy, and this is my update regarding a very important topic that is making waves across South Africa. The Israelites seemed to have found themselves another promised land that was promised to them by God. South Africa. The rate at which the Israeli citizens, the Israelites, are pouring into South Africa had become alarming. They are traveling and relocating to South Africa in a large amount of numbers. And they are not just traveling there. They are also buying up properties in strategic locations across the country. Cape Town and the port city of Cape Town is pretty much sold to the Israel citizens. And a few South Africans had raised alarm at what is going on around them. Not all South Africans, because most of the South Africans are still blindfolded. But a few of them have realized, have woken up to see the reality of what is going on, and they have raised alarm. It is really concerning. But hey, what can they do? Absolute nothing. The Israelite citizens are more protected than the South African citizens themselves. The visitors are more protected than the owners of the house. That is the bottom line of this. So there's nothing they can do. Absolutely nothing they can do about it. It looks like it is back-to-back problem for South Africa these days. Now, this is not a joke. I cannot even make this up. The level of how many billionaires are traveling from Israel to South Africa, the amount of millionaires that are traveling from Israel to South Africa, the amount of Israelites traveling from Israel to South Africa is really alarming. Ask a South African person or ask a South African that lives near Cape Town. They will fill you with the story. You cannot make this up. Finger crossed, we get one or two of them in the comment section to enlighten us on what is really happening. Because at the end of the day, I'm not there and you are not there. We can only work based on the information we have. Now, while you may think this is a very bad thing, that Israelites are buying up strategic properties and land, and they're pretty much taking over strategic areas in South Africa. Why you may think it is a bad thing or it is a very dangerous thing, I don't think so. And I will tell you the reason why I don't think so. This had been a long time in the making. It didn't just start last year. It didn't just start 10 years ago. It had been a long time in the making. And historically, there's a strong connection between Israel and South Africa historically. And we're going to discuss those today. The first thing that came in my mind that I suppose is going through your mind as well is, why South Africa? Why did the Israel citizens choose to relocate to South Africa? Why not Nigeria? Why not Ghana? Why not Sierra Leone? Why not Burkina Faso? Why not Mali? Why not Niger? Why not Cameroon? Why South Africa? If that question had ever popped in your mind, then you're right. That is a very good question to ask. Let's work out the reason why they chose South Africa as their preferred location. And also, let me put you on some little information that I suppose you probably don't already know. Now, these are the reasons why I think the Israelites chose South Africa as their next promised land. All right? There's a significant and a well-organized Jewish community in South Africa, and one of the biggest in the whole of African continent. Did you hear that? There is a significant and a well-organized and well-developed Jewish community in South Africa, and one of the biggest in the whole of African continent, consisting of the Ashkenazi and the Sephardic Jewish, mainly who are descendants from European immigrant or migrant that traveled to South Africa centuries or decades ago, God knows. Additionally, there are also smaller group of Jewish community, mainly the African Hebrew Israelites, who are not affiliated with mainstream media Judaism, but they migrated from the United States to South Africa. And most importantly, South Africa Jewish had made significant contribution to Israelite society and culture. So you ask yourself, you can see the historical connection between both countries when it comes to Jewish setting. Where do you think the Israelite would have turned to? Nigeria? Ghana? Mali? Or Sierra Leone? No. Going by history, they have that connection with South Africa, and that would have been the best place for them to relocate. But again, is it safe for South Africa right now, given what South Africa is already going through, given the situation that is already happening in South Africa? Is it the best time for South Africa to accept visitors that will put, I would say, that will put things at risk, or that will put more pressure on them? For me personally, or for anybody in their right senses, I think the answer to that will be no. So now you see why South Africa is the next possible land. I mean, if it all goes wrong for Israel, if everything goes wrong for Israel, believe me, South Africa will be the next possible location for the Israelites. They can stay, flourish, and live happily as much as they want. And the fact that they are protected, very, very protected. Ask an ordinary South African, they will tell you. And the fact that South Africa has one of the biggest and the largest Jewish community in the world. The fact that South Africa has one of the most established and organized Jewish community in the world. That makes it a primary target for the Israelite. And they can live there, they can flourish, and they can connect with the culture very easily because they already have an organized community in that area. And they are well protected. So what else do you think? Any country overwhelmed with poverty, unemployment, crime, social injustice, any country that is overwhelmed with any one of those problems will definitely lose focus. They will definitely lose attention. They will definitely lose focus, and they will not be interested in the going forward or the coming backward of the country. What everybody will be thinking about is their own belly, their stomach, how they are going to feed, how they are going to look after their family, how they are going to pay school fees, how they are going to pay their rent, and how they are going to live to see another day. The bottom line is the South African government had failed the ordinary people of South Africa. Our selfish, corrupt politicians will sell everything and anything just to fill their bank account. They don't care. They don't care about tomorrow. They don't care what happened in the next hour. As long as they get that money, they will sell anybody. They will sell anything and everything to get some little billions or millions in their bank account. So South African, this is what I have. But what do you think? You guys are the one that live there. You know a lot more than I do. But I'm just giving you, based on history, the connection. The reason why I think the Israelite picked South Africa as their next favorite or favored location to relocate. Again, if you ask me, do I think it was a mistake? Not at all. It wasn't a mistake. It is an organized movement. Where it leads to in the next couple of years, or how it plays out in the next couple of years, I couldn't tell you. I don't read future, I don't read mind, I don't read card. But from what I can see from where I'm sat right now, it doesn't look good. Because you know what it is. When the Israelite comes in, that land is promised to them by God, whether you like it or not. But again, maybe I was right when I said it is because of the organized Jewish community in South Africa that attracted them. Maybe I was right when I said it is because of the connection, the strong historical connection when it comes to how the South African Jewish had contributed to the development of Israel and their culture. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, just maybe. But what do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comment section, and please don't hold back. This is a very sensitive topic. If you don't know what to say, please let me know what you think in the comment section. Before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? If you enjoyed the video, leave your review and leave your comment for me, and let's discuss about this. Thank you for watching, and God bless.